Good day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Prickly Poo and welcome to day 235 of a year of change. Today we're going to... Didn't even get a full sentence out already. Well done. Today we're going to sort of go back to something. I've mentioned this a couple of times, and we're going to try to get back on track as to finding some alternatives to snacking that we were looking at before. Usually Wednesdays are sort of food focused, but we've sort of gotten away from that. But I mentioned a couple times about pomegranates, and so I figured I've mentioned them enough. I was going to leave them for you guys to go and take a look at, but I sort of bit the bullet and decided, you know what, I'm going to do one anyway. Because there's a lot of stuff that sort of comes hand in hand with pomegranates and pomegranates as well, both of them, that just you sort of need to be careful of. Not anything that's poison or bad or anything else. It's just that, just like anything, usually people will sort of latch onto one thing and say, oh, it's a miracle fruit, and this is a magic, and this is magic, and this is great. And so that's sort of part of it as well. But we're going to start things off. Now, I have made a bit of a mess with this because I was going to actually open this up in front of everyone, but pomegranates are notoriously messy to try to open. There are different ways that you can do it. There's a ton of different YouTube videos around there that you can find that show you how to open it up without making a tremendous mess. I highly suggest you go take a look at them, but this is essentially what it looks like. There are scores on here right now, but I'll show you why in a second. In case you've never seen one, which is probably rare, but if you haven't tried them, or if you haven't seen them, you can go in and you can get them pretty much anywhere. When you open them up, though, there's the big thing with pomegranates is the juice. And there's juice everywhere. So, anyway, when you open them up, they usually kind of look like this. I've split this one open as well, so that you can sort of take a better look. And there's like the white pulpy stuff that's in there as well. But you don't want to eat that because it doesn't taste like anything, and it's kind of gross. The main thing that you want are the seeds inside. So, actually I should probably hold this up, so that if I pull these open, there we go. Grab a few of these. There we are. You can't see them because I'm not holding them up, but little tiny red seeds. Pink. Completely missed. Try it again, and got it. Alright, so I've dropped a seed somewhere. Anyway, this is really the only edible part of the entire plant, but you can just take them apart. There's, a shit ton of seeds in there. And there are some ways, some people just sort of dump them in a bowl and they peel everything that way so that the juice sort of washes away. The seeds will sink anyway in water. But this is really the only part that you're looking to eat. These little itty bitty seeds. So it is a bit labor intensive to try to open one up. But it's well worth it. They're really, really sweet. And once you get everything taken care of, then you have, like a bowl full of little seeds you can do. And there's juice everywhere. Juice will get everywhere and it stains. So don't wear white while you're doing it. The main reason why I sort of wanted to bring these up, aside from the fact that I have mentioned it, is that, I would like to say, well, the best thing about these is you get 275% of your vitamin A and vitamin C and all the other stuff throughout the run of a day. These in general, they aren't a magic fruit like anything else. They have about the same number of calories as an apple. If you eat the entire thing, apples are a little less labor intensive to try to get into. But the main thing with these, I guess, if you were to pick one thing, it's something we haven't really touched on yet. The seeds themselves, I don't know if you can see it inside there, but aside from the little red fleshy bit, inside, the actual seed itself is still edible. So you don't have to just sort of, it's not like spitting seeds out of grapes or watermelon or something like that when you're eating them. So you just pretty much eat the entire thing all at once. I'm going to see if I can break this open again. See if it's going to go everywhere. You know what? Screw it. It's going to go everywhere then. So it comes apart fairly easily. Fell on the floor. That fell on the floor. I'm going to try to... There we go. So the little white pulpy parts that you can see in there, they just go sort of all through it. But they do float in water as well. So if you go and you get a bowl of water and you just sort of shake it like this, it will take the seeds off. So I've got a whole handful of seeds here. And then the pulpy bits will just sort of float to the top and you can strain them off or drain it or whatever you want to do. There's seeds everywhere now. And my hands are sticky from the juice. So anyway, getting back to the main reason why I sort of want to bring this up is because generally when you go in and you start taking a look at, miracle fruits and stuff like that, pomegranate's usually up there. And it got so bad that the FDA actually issued a warning to Palm Wonderful, I guess it was, saying, because they were going, oh, it's anti-disease properties and anti-cancer. What's it? Anti-carcinogenic? No, what's it? Cancer-curing properties or whatever it is. They had a whole slew of different claims that they were making about it because they're, the primary pomegranate people. And didn't mean for that to be alliterative, but there you go. And the FDA actually issued the warning saying, stop that shit. There's nothing magical about this. It's a fruit. Yes, there's fiber in there, but it's not even, it's not like celery where you just that much fiber in it. If you eat an entire pomegranate, you're still only getting about 20% of the amount of fiber you're supposed to get throughout the run of a day. So even that, it's not a huge thing, but it's still, it's still a fruit. It's still good, like bananas and oranges and apples and everything else. But the main reason why I sort of wanted to push you towards this is that it's a really good mindless eating food. And not to sort of promote mindless eating, because that tends to get us into trouble, but we all have those moments when you're just sitting there and you're snacking away and you're staring at something and, or watching a movie, and you realize, oh, all my stuff is gone. And usually where we've been looking at different snack foods that are a little healthier, we haven't really run into that. But every now and then when you get that craving for, like, popcorn still isn't too bad. But if you get a craving for just something, just like a little handful of snacky things, this is a good alternative for it. Because, it doesn't have a lot of calories in it. And rather than sort of just eating an apple and going, oh, it's gone, they're just, I don't know, it's a texture thing, I think. My hands are exceedingly sticky right now. Yuck. But there's a different feeling to it, I guess, not from sticky hands, but a different feeling when you have like a little handful of little things that you're popping in, like peanuts or M&Ms or whatever it is that you normally would go to for your snacks. So for those of you out there that have that texture thing, this might be a good alternative for you as well. But I mainly wanted to bring it up just to say, just don't believe all the bullshit that's in there. There are uses for this that I've seen everything from eye drops for pomegranate juice, which makes no sense, to a clotting agent to stop nosebleeds. Not really a clotting agent, sort of like a styptic pencil thing. They just go on and on and on, and it's a fruit, people. That's all it is. It's not anything magical. It's not, and it even the amount of vitamins that you get in the run of a day. There's nothing that really sort of shoots above and goes, oh, well, you've got 90% or 125% of what you need. It's not even that. It's something a little bit different, something, that we haven't really looked at. But, and like I say, roughly 80 calories for an entire pomegranate, which, for the amount that you're getting out of it, is pretty good. But I guess really the best thing about it would be the fiber thing, which we haven't really touched on yet. That's still a couple of weeks away. But as you can see, there's a lot of work that goes into trying to open these things up. Now, it's weird because they look like they would be really hard, but they're really easy to tear open. Surprisingly easy. So that with the first time you do it, you can pretty much just do it with your hands. You don't really need to cut it open or anything. You can just tear it open. I cut this one lengthwise thinking, oh, well, this will be good. I'll get it along the little seam or whatever it is. There's like little ridges along the outside. I thought I was going to hit all of them. Nope, completely missed them. Got juice everywhere. Made a mess. So I have to clean my kitchen too. But even the skin it peels right off. So it looks like it should be much, much tougher than that. But it isn't. And I'm getting, seeds are just falling out everywhere. So I don't know if you can even see this. I should probably pay attention. There we go. You can't even really see much there. But if I open it up, there we go. And there's still pulpy stuff in there. Yeah. So the heart seeds fucking everywhere. Anyway, for stuff here, this is what we'll do. We'll look at the part that is not cut. This is what it looks like. And this is why when you first see it, the skin looks like it's really, really tough. Not like coconut, but it seems like it would be really hard, but you can just peel it up. Oh, well, other people can. There we go. You can actually just peel the whole thing open. Don't want to get juice everywhere. Seeds flying every which way. So you can just sort of, anyway, I'm going to keep doing that because my hands are all gooey and gross as it is. Anyway, the main reason, like I say, that I wanted to look at this is that I had mentioned it a couple times, a couple of weeks in a row actually, saying, oh, we'll have a pomegranate. I wasn't going to do a pomegranate, but I won't do a pomegranate. But now I'm doing a pomegranate. But just having those like little pop in your mouth sort of snack things, because we haven't really touched on that yet. We did like the dates and the grapes, which are a bit bigger, maybe the grape tomatoes to some extent as well. But this will help with the sweet tooth as well because these are really, really, really sweet. And especially where we just sort of ended, cutting back on the added sugar and trying to add sugar just with fruit and things like that. I mean, apples are great and bananas are great. There isn't that sugary taste to it. These are surprisingly sweet. And, I mean, you can get pomegranate juice and everything else from, I think it's actually from the same company. Let's see if I can, no, you can't. But my hands are really, really sticky. So you're going to have to wash your hands afterwards. And pick up all the seeds that have gone flying every which way. And I've got pomegranate juice on my poo shirt. I have to do laundry now. Anyway, nothing miraculous about it. And that's really the main thing. Well, not the main thing. The main thing was the fiber and the little popping in your mouth handful of snacky things. Just for texture people out there. But the fiber that you get from it, I'm going to see if I can actually open one of these up to take a look. And I may have to just say screw it and bite into it. Nope. Oh. I don't know if you saw that. Oops. So yeah, the seeds will explode everywhere. It's all over my desk, all over my camera and everything else. There's lots of juice in it, so if you aren't careful, you will squeeze everything, and it just pops like a big red pimple. It's probably the grossest thing to say about something that you're trying to eat, but yeah, enjoy that anyway. Yeah, God, there's such a mess everywhere. I'm going to try to wipe my hands off on... Yeah, that towel's ruined. Anyway, this is the seed inside. Itty bitty bitty. Oh, look, it's sticky. There we go. So this is the seed inside. No, I'm balancing it. It's not stuck to it. That's how good my balance is. This is what the seed looks like inside. And I'm going to try to grab another one because they're just flying everywhere. You can't really see it, but there we go. We'll try this one instead. I'm trying to get it like, there we go. So there, that's what I wanted to do originally, is hold it like this. So these are edible, and it's pure fiber. But you can chew them, you can swallow them, and usually it just makes things a lot easier instead of trying to squeeze the seeds out. And now there's, yuck. There's juice everywhere. I'm going to see if I can do a really good one. And no, because you know what? It's going to get, may actually be on the camera now. No, I think it's okay. Anyway, when you squeeze these, they feel like they're hard, but the second you put any pressure on them, you realize it's just hard because of the pressure. So, yeah, it's very easy to break open. So just be careful because it will stain everything. So, oh my God. There we go. So as you can see, yeah, stains and stickiness and everything. This is not a resounding success, I don't think. I don't think that this is something that everyone's like, yeah, that looked like it's a lot of fun and easy to get into. Let me buy one of them. But it is worth it. When you do a little bit of work and try to get all the seeds out, when you're done, it's well worth it. A little bit more labor intensive than an apple or a banana or something like that. But similar to an orange, once you get all the peeling out of the way and everything else, then they're pretty good. So anyway, that's a pomegranate. But just avoid with anything, really, not just these. These ones really stand out for all of the, holistic bullshit that sort of goes hand in hand with it. I mean, you see everything from it's going to cure cancer to blindness to help people walk again, and it'll help you fly. Just all sorts of ridiculous stuff all over the place. That with any food, you're not going to run into that ever. Any food that you see that is just, oh well, this is the new miracle. There was a miracle berry thing that was out there for a while, a Kai berry, I want to say. Yes, of course it's healthy because it's not all the processed cookies and candies and shit and everything else that we've been, growing accustomed to. So yes, it's much, much better for you. But you're never going to really run into one thing that's going to say, well, then if you eat this one thing, you will burn off the calories, or you'll be able to, it'll help with cancer, it'll help with your eyesight, whatever it is. I think a long time ago we talked about the bullshit story of the carrots and the eyesight. That it's just, they wanted to hide the fact that they had radar from the Germans. So they said, no, carrots help you see at night. So, I mean, with pomegranates, it got so out of hand. Like I say, the FDA had to issue a warning. Just saying, no, it's a fruit. That's all it is. It's technically a berry. We talked about that before as well. All the weird things that you look at and go, really? A cucumber and a banana are berries? Yes, they are. So are these, mainly because of all the multiple seeds. All of the seeds inside. That's what makes it a berry. So it's just a very large berry, but they're very, very good. And there are some people that was like, oh no, it's really good, but it's this is an acquired taste. They're very, very sweet. If any of you have ever tried pomegranate juice before, then you know exactly what it tastes like, because although it may seem like they've added sugar to it, sometimes they may have, it's very, very sweet on its own. So yeah, try it. You'll like it. It's going to take a little bit of work to get the seeds out, but probably the best thing to do, just grab a bowl and peel everything inside the bowl of water. And that way all the seeds will sink and you can scoop off the stuff on the top and then you're good to go. As for me, though, I'm going to see if you can hear this. See. Ew. Anyway, sorry. Got very quiet. That is the sound of sticky hands. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, and that's only from doing 2 or 3 seeds, but like the side of my desk and the table and my shirt and my towel, everything is red everywhere. So be very careful when you're doing that. You will find out very quickly how badly it stains and how much juice goes everywhere when you squeeze stuff. So anyway, just so we want to bring that up because I keep saying, oh, I should do it. Now it'll be fine. You guys know what a pomegranate is. Go take a look. But this is part of what this is just that sharing of information and saying, yeah, you know, half of you are going to know exactly what it is. Half of you are going to, enjoy it. And the other half are going to go, oh, I've never tried one, but now you have a warning. So it's very messy, but very, very good. And you will enjoy it, I think, in the long run. And again, just be careful of anything that claims that it can do miracles by eating it. There's nothing ever that's going to end up doing that. Obviously, this is much better than us grabbing a handful of M&Ms or Skittles or whatever your go-to little candy snacky bit things are. This is obviously going to be something much better. And with that mindless eating where you want to sit and snack on something while you're watching a movie, this is a really good alternative for it. And plus, you can have 3 or 4 of them, and you're still only going to end up, with 200 or 300 calories at the end of it. And they have a lot of seeds in them. And they'll fill you up because there's a lot of fiber in there that's going to keep you fuller for longer, and it'll help clean out all your guts on the inside. Not in a bad way. Not like you're not going to be halfway through and then just go, I have to go. But it's insoluble fiber, which we talked about before. We'll get into a little more in depth with that in the next couple of weeks. But it doesn't digest, so it just sort of sweeps its way through as you normally go. We're getting too involved in this. Anyway, little red berries, very, very good. I'm going to see if I can grab a handful of these there we go, because they're all over the place, but there are still some in the bowl. We don't want the little pulpy thing. Get rid of that. So I keep dropping them. I know I'm going to step on one, and there goes my carpet. Anyway, there we go. That's what they look like. A bunch of little seeds in there. So go up, take a look. They're fairly expensive, actually. I think they probably run $2 or $3 a piece. But when you look at, say, well, I could get a big bag of Skittles for $2 or $3 as well. Overall, it's not too bad. And it's not something you're going to want every single day when you can get a bag of apples or a bag of oranges for the same price as one pomegranate. The only thing is that they're usually just only in season near the end of the year, starting around September. But they'll and say and, not eh. So starting around September, they usually go throughout the winter, and then they usually sort of peter off around January or February. So depending on when you're watching this, you might not even be able to get them. This might just be a horrible tease. Might be mean. But if you're in the wintertime, you should be able to find some. So go try them out, enjoy them, be wary of any miracle fruits, but these ones are pretty good. I think you'll like them. But for right now, I'm going to leave this video here, so thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me. In the meantime, keep yourself warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.